Hey guys, how are you? Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm going to make a quick video talking about my snowplowing season. Tonight at 11:59, it comes to an end, so I can finally sleep in and I don't have to look out the window anymore, wondering if I should go out and go snowplowing. I'll keep looking out the window every hour. Should I go yet or should I wait a little bit? Once you get in that situation, you pretty much can't fall back asleep, so you might as well just get up and go get them. I had a pretty good year overall. I got some numbers for you. I made a little quick cheating chart that I got in front of me. I'll read to you. You might find it interesting, maybe even comical. It depends on your take on snowplowing. Some people love it. Some people hate it. And I'm in a section where I don't like it no more because I'm getting old. But after I show you some numbers, you're going to think I'm crazy for not liking it. So let's see. I get down here and share it with you. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see it. You're going to think I'm nuts about not liking snowplowing, but I really don't. So my season starts from November 15th till March 31st. So middle of November till April 1st. If we get any snow earlier in December, depending on how bad it is, I had it happen to me once or twice where it snowed before the actual contract started, and I just went and did it as a courtesy. I didn't charge them. It was nothing major, but I wanted to show up and show them I was going to be a good plow service and get the job done for them instead of them have to go out and shovel, especially when they'll be questioning you in the beginning of the season. They might say, is this guy a scammer? You know, they're not going to think the contract's in the snark. They're not going to think about that. They're just going to say, God, I paid him. He didn't come. He must be scamming you. And you don't want to raise no questions. And then one other time, back in 2016, we had 7 feet of snow, and that actually started 2 days before the contract started. So that I charged everybody because I had to use my Bobcat on most of them. That wasn't a fun story, but I'll tell you more about the 7-foot snowstorm that I had up here in Buffalo, New York, on another video. So all total, I plowed 13 days out of 4.5 months. One time in December, I plowed nothing in November. The one time in December was questionable, so I went. No other snowfall until January. It flipped the switch. It went from being like a late fall, and all of a sudden in January, the switch flipped on, and it turned over to winter. So I went in the whole season of the 13 plows, 2 of the plows, I had to plow twice. So what I mean twice is I went out for 4 or 5 hours. I came home, sat around, had dinner, maybe had a drink, let it snow for a couple more hours, and I went back out later, either that evening or that night, to do it again. So that's what I mean by 2 days of working. Because my day consists, I start snow plowing, I go around, I do everybody one time, and when I'm done with that loop, it usually takes about 3 to 4 hours, depending on the snow depth. The more snow, the longer it takes. So I'll go around one time, I'll get everybody done, give people some chance to move the cars at a couple of apartment buildings I do. And if they don't move them, I don't worry about it. They can shovel it. Then I go back around and check everybody a second time. That's just real quick. That might take an hour, hour and a half. I just want to make sure that the snowplow from the city or the towns didn't drive by and clog up the mouth of the driveway, because I don't want to get home, get comfortable, and all of a sudden the phone rings and you got to get dressed back up, start your truck. It just makes you miserable. You know, and most of the time they call to complain about something that's, that the snowplow left from the city or town plow, and it's very minimal. They could just back right through it, but to them, it's like the end of the world. Out of the 13 times I went out, 8 times were questionable. And when I mean questionable, my contracts say I don't start till 3 inches. So should I go or shouldn't I go? It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So 8 times out of 13 weren't many. The most snow I plowed at one time this season was in January on Martin Luther King Day storm. It was called Izzy. We got 16 inches of snow that day, and that was one of the days I had to go out twice. But everything this year was very manageable. Nothing was crazy. Nothing was out of the blue. On my charts that I personally keep, my records, it says that I plowed about 62 inches of snow. I'm going to recommend that you guys, especially if you're new in the game, every time you go out snow plowing, mark down the date, the time you started, the time you ended, what were the conditions, such as it was heavy snow, it was a general snowfall, it was lake effect snow. If there was like a name attached to it from the Weather Channel, put that on there. That's also good info in case the customer should question you. And also put down if it was blowing snow, and then, like I said, 8 times that were questionable, I put a bunch of question marks at the end. So in case anybody calls to complain, I got a little record in front of me. I do no salting at all. So I don't know nothing about salting. I'll ask my friend Drew, he salts, how many times he goes out salting. I would say that the salting is probably going to be, 3 times as much as doing snow plowing, because there should be a lot of questionable days for salting. So all total for the season, for 4.5 months, I worked 61 hours. That might not seem like much. It's a week and a half, but, when everybody's counting on you and you can't let nobody down, I don't want to say it's a lot of pressure, but, it gets aggravating because everybody's in a rush. Everybody's got to be somewhere. Nobody wants to let you out, and everybody, like I said, is just in a hurry. And you got to slow down a little bit and be cautious and look around, because it's so easy to be involved in an accident. Because people just don't care anymore. They're just always in a rush to get to where they got to. So all in all, it was a good season. No major breakdowns. This is the 3rd season with my plow that I bought brand new. My 2017 truck, I didn't even use it one time. It's still sitting in the pole barn. And let me see, I'll show you what I got here. One more picture for you before I wrap up the video. So there she is. The old Boss standard duty with down pressure. I bought her brand new from General Welding. It's a local welding shop in our area that services them. They've been a Boss dealer for years. They get stuff fixed for you. They're open 24 hours if there's a snow event going on, which is great. I had no problems in the first 3 years with this Boss standard duty. Did nothing to it at all except just check the fluid and put some dielectric grease on the plug. The plug sometimes is a little pain in the butt to put in. But if you guys got any questions or anything in regards to snow plowing, anything such as that, in regards to pricing, average around here, I say 20 calendar days of snow plowing is about average for us. So it was a lighter year this year with 13. It seems like the last 3 years have been pretty easy. We haven't had a bad winter up here in Buffalo since 2016. We got all that lake effect snow. So maybe it's climate change. Who knows what it is? I don't think it is. But like I tell all my customers, for a good laugh, if I went down to Miami, Florida and sold plowing contracts, believe it or not, it would snow down there. So thanks for watching the video. If you guys could subscribe and comment, that would be great. I like reading the comments and trying to answer them to the best of my knowledge. Like I said, there's no secrets out there. So have fun. Have a nice day. I'm going to make another video shortly about a couple more grass cutting, quick little tips I got to give you, because it's almost time to get started up here in the Buffalo, New York area in a couple weeks. So once again, thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a nice